totally okay with it.
Extravagance. Singular unsettling tales suggest
Fox,
the
isn't
life
it weird?
itself was a gateway to
It's
some
so
fabulous,
weird to me
unnameable
that
power.
that happened because snakes are,
With relic
I mean,
and
for
ritual.
eons, snakes were rebirth and health and, fertility and all this stuff, all these wonderful signs. If you have a snake in your garden, it's a sign of a really healthy garden, actually, because it probably means you have toads, and toads are a sign of other really good bugs. And, like, it's crazy that they turned it into, like, a bad sign. Any animals in your yard is a good sign of a healthy yard, really, except, like, a raccoon. Like, obviously, it's not a bad sign, but they'll fucking go anywhere. Wayne June gives me the tinglies. Literally, every time he speaks, like, I'll just stop talking and completely forget what I was saying because I just want to listen to him speak. Or voles. Yep, exactly. Voles, I think, doesn't that mean you have, like, a really good root system in your garden? Because that's what they eat, right? Or they eat the little bugs that eat the roots. Can't remember if voles are good or not. We used to get those, and we get, oh god, what were they called? Oh, are they? Do they fuck up your garden? When I was a kid, Chic Switch, welcome to my channel. We used to get these mice that had, like, a little elephant nose on them. Shrews. We had shrews all the time in the garden, but I don't think they did anything bad for the garden. I think they just ate bugs. I don't think they dug. We had moles. I mean, like moles, and they would leave like big humps all over our yard all the time. Yeah, the shrews were precious. Okay, so the voles do eat the roots, right? Okay, so there's another animal that eats bugs that eat your roots that's good. I just can't remember what it is. I learned about it in Maryland. Maybe it's just a toad or something. Mole, 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 mole. I die every time I watch that part. Look how terrible we did yesterday. See, this is why I didn't name anybody yet. You're all infected. Infected and dirty and fucking stressed beyond what the fuck happened. Ugh.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews
I'm
set
stressed.
straight. The abbey calls to the faithful.
I stopped myself from being all theology degree about snakes. Aren't you proud of me? I mean, honestly, you probably would have gotten bored, but I would have been fascinated because it's fascinating. Snakes are amazing. I mean, Lizzie, you know me. I have snakes. I do love them. Oh, is it gardener snakes? Gardener snakes eat slugs. I know garter snakes, gardener snakes, I think. They eat slugs, I know. They're good for a garden. What an elephant shrew looks like? No? I mean, these shrews that we saw, they had like the little wiggly little nose that looked like a little elephant trunk. I don't know if it was an elephant shrew. Snakes with garters, hot. How even, though? Would it be like a condom held on by fucking garters? Where do you strap them? What's happening? I used to catch gardener snakes like every day when I was a child. They're all over in Washington State. We used to catch them all the time. They're so cute. I love them. My parents would get so scared though because I think they thought we were trying to catch bull snakes. And I kept trying to explain to my parents, I'm like, they don't look the same. I'm not going near anything that looks like a rattlesnake. And they were like, stop catching snakes. You're going to get bit. I'm like, it's a garter snake. But my parents didn't quite understand my love of snakes. Like, or my love, what the fuck am I doing? My love of animals like you guys do. I'm not just spouting bullshit. I know shit. Elephant shrews have a narrower snout and are hairless? Oh, I have to Google it now. It's so cool. I mean, when scientists do that, they're basically saying like, we found a new one. Which is amazing. I mean, the fact that we can still find new shit nowadays is mind-boggling. I gotta make a team. This is terrible. Beata's gonna go. She's not too stressed out and she's decent. The most badass burb? Okay, wait. I want to think of what I think it's gonna be. Is it gonna be like a the big ones that come at you with their feeps and they got the blue head? I can't think of the name right now. Those ones are scary. Oh, then yes. That's the one everybody says is like the scariest. And I'm like, I've seen it. Roosters are just as scary to me. They do the same thing. Cassowary, thank you. Cassowaries are pretty fucking metal. Lizzie, never apologize. Relax and ease into it. Yes, it is cassowary, yep. Swooping seasons? What? The only other thing I can think of is that is the stonebills. Stonebills are pretty fucking scary and metal. I mean, I mean, come on. Put your arm in that beak, I dare you. Don't do it, please. Yeah, they're kind of like an emu ostrich family. They're one of the giant burbs that probably existed with dinosaurs. Yeah. If we strip everyone and shave all their hair, we often look all similar enough to be confusing to maybe be an alien. Maybe be alien. Ooh. That'd be fun. I don't know. I'm worried I have dents in my head. It will forever be the peregrine falcon. Oh man, though. Gotta agree with that. Yep. Yeah. They can literally manipulate their body to glide through an air molecule. Current speed record is 389 kilometers per hour. What? How did they... What? How? Wow. That's 242 miles per hour. Also, thank you for that conversion. That's intense. Yeah, that's like a bird that could literally just go through your chest like a bullet. Oh, swooping birds are magpies? What do they swoop at people? I know, I mean, that's... Griff, we're just talking like intense birds, basically, like badass birds. I was trying to guess like what would be the most badass bird. Most people say it's the cassowary just because, I mean, it can take you down, slit your throat, not give a fuck. Like, they'll just jump on you. They're wild. They're like a raptor, basically. But no, I agree. What Mickey just posted, the peregrine falcon can literally manipulate their body to glide through air molecules. Current speed record, 389 kilometers per hour or 242 miles per hour. Without breaking a bone, which, I mean, if your body went at that speed without any protective, like, plane around you, you would shatter, your skin would come off. That's insane. Oh my god, Pendragon, what a special experience. Did you see them often? They fly down and try to stab people in the head with their beaks? Oh my god! That's intense. I've never lived anywhere where I've lived seagulls, but seagulls just rip french fries out of your hands. They're not nice, but they're mostly like rats of the sky. They sound like they don't give a fuck. Magpies can be taught to be friendly. They swoop at people for specific reasons like hunger and knowing when humans fear their attacks. I mean, I'd do it if humans came near my nest as a bird. Honestly, wouldn't trust a bitch. Dude, bald eagle though. So I read this ages ago. I'm going to give you the cliff notes because obviously this was ages ago, but I read that bald eagles can live an exceptionally long amount of time, but at one point in their life, because their beak never stops growing, it grows so like hooked over that they can't really use it to eat or manipulate anymore, and they have to bash their head against a rock and break the end of their beak off and starve themselves. Well, they just starve until it grows back again. Or they can just die. They can just starve to death. Like, they have to make this mental option to bash their beak to death. I don't remember. God, that was a long time ago. Shoebills are metal. I think that's what I was talking about when I said stonebill. I think it was shoebill. Is it the one that's kind of like a stork and a pelican made love with the rock biter? Yes. Yep. Wait, shut up. Is it going to make noises? I've heard it clip its beak, and that's enough to make me never want to come near its mouth. Like, it's like a chomp, chomp, chomp clipping sound, and it's not nice. The mating ritual of some eagles is pretty badass. I have, literally in person, not flexing. They used to do it on our beach all the time. And then, so I've told you, like, we lived on a lake. It was a river. It was a huge fucking river, like 2 miles wide. And it was a result of the Columbia. And the Columbia is a result of a dam. And whatever time of year, I think it's like in the wintertime, they put up the dam or dam up the river or whatever for the snow melt. And then once the snow melt starts coming through, then they let the river down. But anyways, when they dam it up, our river goes from 2 miles wide to like a quarter mile wide. It's really weird. So you can walk on the lake floor all the way out to the very middle. And the eagles do it out there. Like, they do this, like, dancing ritual where the males will, like, flock at each other for the female. But then this is the weird part that always fucked with me is the babies, baby bald eagles, once they leave the nest and they're, like, being taught how to fish, will just stand on the beach, like, watching their parents, literally like a child. It's fucking weird. The first time I ever saw it, I was pretty young, like 14 or something. And my sister and I saw it, and this eagle, I mean, they don't look like babies. That's why I say baby. They stand easily. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I would say they stand like 3.5 feet tall. That's what it seemed like when we were there, but I don't know. They could be shorter than that. They're huge. But the babies just stand on the edge of the water and just watch their parents to learn how to fish. And then their parents will just like drop a dead fish on their head and they'll eventually eat it. But my sister and I saw it sitting there forever. So we thought it was injured. And we grew up on a Indian reservation, the Inchelium Indian Reservation in Eastern Washington. It's pretty close to like Colville Indian Reservation, Spokane, things like that. And it's highly illegal to harm, maim anything an eagle. And if you see someone do it, or if you see an eagle maimed, there's a whole service you call that just come out to deal with eagles alone. It's pretty wild. And so we thought it was shot down or something because it just was standing there. And we got, I think, one decided to kill all the dodos before I got a chance to touch one. Not in a weird way. Don't be weird. Just tactile. I'm just trying to find anybody that will fit and isn't like stressed to fuck right now. This is terrible. It's fine. You'll work. We just won't go to the well, you piece of shit. I'm having a really good time. Are you? I don't know if I'd want one as a pet because I am at like, from what I know of birds, they kind of just decide to make noises at any hour of the day whenever they want and don't really give a fuck. And if that happened in the middle of the night, I might have a heart attack and die. Hi, BDO. How are you, love? Only from one island and extinct not that long ago. I know. Dude, get this, Lizzie. I learned this recently within the last 5 years. The United States, we don't have any sort of big cat outside of like bobcats or cougar, puma, mountain lion, all the same thing, different names. But I guess we used to have like a jaguar or an actual panther that was native to the US up until like a little less than 100 years ago, and we killed all of them for pelts. I learned that recently and I was heartbroken about it. People suck. Dude, I actually got a fucking weird alert on my phone, like one of those news article things about Colorado trying to bring back an extinct shark. First off, show me water enough to hold a shark, Colorado. That isn't the dam. I know, isn't that heartbreaking? And apparently it was beautiful. You can look, I can't remember what it was called, but you can Google it. And they have drawings of it and stuff, you know? I know, gamers. We're really, honestly, as a people, we're very, very lucky that we still have Kias and Kakapos and basically anything that lives on New Zealand. Because we fucked with them. We suck. Okay, let me look at this. Does she have a stun? Sure does. Stunner. Yeah. I'll never use these. I never use bounty hunters. I might need your guys' help. Do they just mark people? So should I have someone that's good at hitting marks? Oh my god, why do I have two... Catherine, what's happening? Stop it. I need some... I don't remember who hits marked targets well. I think the gun dude does. That I don't have? Sick. Oh, wait, nope, I don't. We're having a great time. This is so bad. So bad. Cats, yeah. I've read a whole thing on it. I found the kakapo when I was in college. I found it like online, you know, and I was like, an adorable fat flightless bird. I love it. And I went on like, you know, one of those trips of self-education and learned all about how boats came in and introduced cats and rats and all sorts of things, and snakes, I think, too. Didn't they somehow inadvertently introduce snakes and that would like, they would swallow the eggs of the birds or something? Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be totally off. It's been ages since I read it, but I remember reading about it, and it is heartbreaking regardless. I'm gonna do a medium because at least then we can fucking rest. We're having a hard time. Wait, I didn't put trinkets on. Catherine! You guys aren't supposed to let me be that dumb. So he just marks shit. Sure, you can have some HP, I guess. Enjoy. You don't bleed at all. I don't think he bleeds anything. Nope. Oh. A blader. Sick. Sigh. Wait, what? We didn't have a scientific classification for the giant tortoise because to get an official classification, they had to bring one to England, and they never made the trip because they were too delicious. Huh. That's sad. There's a video of a dude getting his head fucked. Oh my god, I love it so much. It's one of my favorite videos. It's like the cameraman of Stephen Fry. Oh my god, we have to watch it now. It's seriously one of my favorite videos ever in the world. I didn't know what to search. I was like, what do I search to not get porn to come up? Oh my god. All right. So, if you're unfamiliar with a kakapo, it is an adorable green parrot that is flightless, chubby, bellows at the top of mountains to find a mate for life, lives in New Zealand, and fell in love with Stephen Fry's cameraman. Rabbits. You don't want to farm rabbits. Shit's nasty. No. Man. I really don't want him to die. I'm gonna way overbuy and then hate myself later. It's fine. Oh shit. You know, they were acting up really weird for me yesterday, Greg. It was during my RP yesterday. I went to go host the channel and all my BTTV settings were gone. I had no host button. I had no nothing. I was like, oh, I have to type it? Ugh. Sick.
They breed quickly down there in the dark. But perhaps we can
is it
slay them
still
even faster.
I believe it. Makes me sad, but I believe it. It is. It's country. It's charming. Like he didn't mean to roll. Obviously, he didn't want to roll his pig down a hill. That could kill the pig. That could burst an organ. We had to introduce a disease to cut down on the wild population of what?
Often low on
of rabbits.
supplies.
I think in the U.S. and a lot of places we have that problem with wild pigs right now. Like, I don't think they're poisoning them, but I think it's like, please hunt as many as you want. I don't think they're all javelinas, but I grew up knowing them as javelinas for some reason. But they're fucking rampant in the U.S. for some reason, and they'll kill people. Like, they'll disembowel you. An API issue? I don't know. Oh, did you get to watch it, Viata? Dude, Safi came in earlier and I was like, I slept so good last night, like solid. I was exhausted after the show. Like those shows are so, RP is already emotionally exhausting. You guys know that. But when you do the last episode and it lasts an extra 2 hours, it's very emotionally exhausting. I slept for 10 hours last night and I still can't stop thinking about it. Dude, I wouldn't want to fight one hog. They got teeth, man. No fucking way. You'd have to pay me, a lot of money to fight a pig. Pigs scare me. They're not very nice. It's like they're so intelligent. Why do we expect them to be anything less? But we do for some reason. I've never been in the presence of wild pigs, but I've heard and seen so many stories of people literally being disemboweled by them. Fuck yes. So you got to see the kaboom, the big boom. What? Wait. How did they get it though? That's so heartbreaking. What? Oh my god, on that note, I heard today that in the last couple days, Putin put out the order to bomb a zoo. And there was a whole bunch of film footage, camera phone footage of people driving away from the zoo with cars filled with kangaroos and things, taking them to places of safety. It was very heartwarming. But, like, how evil do you have to be? Oh, and he did it multiple times, I guess. Like, it wasn't an accident. Like, he's aiming for it at this point. Hurts, like, that's my exact... I already think Putin is an evil waste of air piece of shit, but, like, man, I don't normally wish ill will on people until you aim at animals, and then we're gonna have a fucking problem. Oh, tomatoes. Here in South Carolina, the wild pigs pretty dangerous, but we also kill them and the deer because they'll strip the riverbanks and it contributes a bunch towards erosion. Well, I've heard they're like in Texas and big open range places like that. And it's like the government encourages you to just hunt them and kill as many as you want because they're invasive. They're not even supposed to be here at all. I don't know how they got here, but they are terrible for any environment here, basically. Right? You target animals, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Or hospitals. Mostly